Okay, so I'm here with our client Seth out of Michigan. They did, I think, just over 9 million last year with Justice Fence. And Seth, if you want to tell everybody just a little bit about yourself and your company and, a little background on yourself.
Yeah, I actually came from the ag industry, a pretty large corporate company. Took a position as a project manager. I kind of wanted to get closer to the field work from where I was at, kind of in office project management. So, and it got me closer to home. Um, didn't think at the time it would be a long-term career path, but kind of fell in love with it. And at the time, the business had just been sold um, to a firm, and so I was kind of coming in during a transition to run one of their branches. This was about 6 years ago. Um, Pretty quickly, they saw some of my skill set that I had picked up from the corporate industry and how I could apply it to a much smaller company, and actually promoted me to being president. Uh, I don't know, I was there for 6 or 8 months. And from that time, my current business partner, who's the sales manager, him and I, we really just kind of hit it off in the way that we manage much differently, but it's a good, you know, we even, we level each other out really in the way that we tackle problems. And, from that time, when I started in that position, we were running about 4 crews, and now we've got 16. So it's ever changing world for us. And, um, the marketing piece is always something that is, there's always been a little bit foreign. The last company we used was carried over from another, old ownership.
Right.
Quickly didn't like the communication, the ever changing, uh, like having a different rep all the time. Like we don't feel like, we when we go to reach out to the old email, right? You want to like every time have to run down no response. When it's a pretty fast paced market, you know, we just kind of got fed up with it, and kind of how we landed on working with you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
you seeing all your guys' content, it obviously in our industry is like we feel like we're number one in our area, right? So it's like you want to be with
Yeah.
somebody that wants to help make that happen, make sure that
100%.
stays that way.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. And then, so did you see, like, saw us on Facebook or like an ad or something like that?
yeah, I think we had seen. I think you maybe it was something on one of the other fence pages. I think is how we first got linked up,
Hmm.
and and then from there, you know, when somebody's got good content in front of me from another territory, it's like I want to be a part of that. So, and then the quick responses, the day that the right as soon as I messaged you, I mean, heck, we had a call set up ready to go the next day. Like
Right.
previously with somebody I'm actually paying, you reach out, and then you're just chasing around who's I'm supposed to be working with, and
Right.
then there's just no execution. If you can't get a hold of somebody, they're certainly not executing.
Right.
So,
Right.
um, which I mean, you guys have been. We know who we're talking to every time. I mean, you guys setting up the weekly meetings. That's. I mean, it's perfect, right? That's the pace that we play at, and we talk about pace of play. We feel like we do it at a different level, and we needed a marketing company that could do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. And then as far as like lead flow and stuff like that, like how was everything from when you got started, how long it took for leads to start coming in, and how's the consistency and stuff been?
Instant. I mean, it was like you guys flipped the switch, and it was like, you know, we've got this water pipe, and then it was like just burst open, with leads. I mean, it's honestly like we're just absolutely. I mean, like our person that answers the phone, right? They've always done other roles. I told you the other day, like that may not be able to continue, and
Mhm.
I think it's good timing. I think the market is weird right now, election year, things are settling, so like keeping that pipeline absolutely maxed out is important because nobody's going to close as much work. I don't care if you're closing more work this year than last year. You're not running the same margin. There's no way. I mean, it's just the market is different, and we're seeing it, especially residentially, which we do a big mix of both. We're working government agencies down to, Miss Betty's handrail. So,
Right.
we feel it. And,
Yeah.
I'm sitting right now, this is not my, it's not my proudest moment, but like I have 19 quotes that need to be typed up from the last 3 days of driving, and
Yeah.
so it's a good problem to have. It's something that we need to navigate. I'd much rather navigate these type of issues than maybe some of the other ones, because this is where it all starts with a sale, right? I mean, that's what we say.
100%. Yeah. And I know there's a lot going on, 16 crews, right? Do you have any idea how many jobs you've closed with us, or probably,
I don't, unfortunately, just trying to keep up with what we're doing. I should know those numbers better. I mean, and
okay.
I apologize for that, but we feel the backlog, and that's how that we do a lot of stuff based on feel. We track our numbers, I'm wrong, financial controller, all that, but we we know we're getting more leads, and it's the number one thing for me is just knowing my content and getting the changes when we need them, right? Like, you guys are the experts, but you hear us out. You know,
Right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel a change, or I feel that the schedule is light on my gate operator crew, and bang, 1 week call, and we're switching gears.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. Uh, yeah, man, that's awesome. Appreciate that. And anything that you'd say to anybody that might be like on the fence about, there's a lot of stuff out there about working with
Yeah,
us.
don't hesitate. I mean, the longer you wait, somebody else is taking those leads. I mean, throw a broad net and go after somebody that wants to help you catch every fish out there, and don't think the word of mouth's just not going to cut it. As things get worse, you've got to have a good marketing team, and you don't need to go out and hire somebody to be in house. Hire guys that this is what they're dedicated to, and don't worry about the money. It's going to pay for itself. It's a great price. Don't get me wrong, but don't hesitate.
Yeah. Yeah, and also what you're speaking to, we only work with one company per market, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so
So you guys were
that's
motivated to just make them a rock star. Help them expand. And
100%.
and I don't know if we'll necessarily expand this year, but I know that we're gonna maintain and keep quality work, which is what's important. And it's a weird market to try to really grow in. It was easy the last couple of years, but if you're maintaining through what I think is going to be a tough next 24 months, then you know they're going to need a marketing company like you guys to make that happen.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, appreciate you hopping on
Yeah,
and all that. It's been great working with you guys, and an honor
likewise.
to be able to help you guys crack 10 million this year.
Yeah, I think we're going to be close, man. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
awesome. Good stuff.
Cool.
All right,
I
brother.
appreciate you. Yep.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Talk to you soon.